What's up, guys? X Reviews TV show edition number one, episode one, coming at you right now. Um, Today we're going to be reviewing Breaking Bad, which is an AMC original show about 50-year-old Walter White, a chemistry teacher who is diagnosed with terminal lung cancer and turns to cooking crystal meth in order to provide for his family after he dies. And once again, we are faced with something that the description really does not do the show justice. This is more about a man who's diagnosed with lung cancer and told, hey, even with the best treatment, you're probably only going to have 2 years left maximum. So yeah, that's a thing. And really, that kind of makes him go a little insane. Plus, he has a dysfunctional family. He works two jobs to try and provide for his disabled son and his pregnant wife. And they're not grateful at all. They treat him so bad. And really, he's just an angry person, but he doesn't show it. And so, cooking meth and being in this crime syndicate makes him lets him be who he wants to be, and so he gets more in depth and he gets with more dangerous people and people who are bigger in the crime scene. You can kind of picture it as YouTube, like he's just starting out and he's getting involved with all these people who have more and more subscribers than him and more power than him. But he kind of gets in over his head a few times, but he gets it back, and he starts being able to make the most pure meth in the world. He makes the best meth anyone's ever seen, and so people want to get him and get his recipe. But he tries to stay independent, and he starts making a lot of money, like $17,000 every week, um, is what I think one of the numbers they throw out there. But this show is one of those shows that also gets better as it goes on. It's kind of like, I don't know, something, it just ages well. That's what I'll say. Every episode gets better and hooks my interest even more and just helps develop everybody. Like, every episode develops another character pretty much. Well, not another character, but develops someone more, and it reveals even more about Walter White and even more about what he's had to go through. And I mean, it's just a beautiful show. I will say that this show is like a work of art. Every AMC show I've ever watched, which is actually only two, Walking Dead and Breaking Bad, they're amazing. And I would recommend that you watch Breaking Bad if you're going to on Netflix, which is like the easiest way to watch anything. I love Netflix. I'm not sponsored by them, obviously, but I would recommend watching it now because the final season is actually coming out soon. The artwork they released for it looks amazing. It just looks super good. I'm really excited for it. And I've only been watching Breaking Bad for a couple of weeks now, but I'm already a huge fan and I'm hooked on the show. And I definitely, I don't know, buy it on Blu-ray or something. It's so good, guys. Um, and for some flaws that it has, there are some parts where um, that are a little bit slower in the first season that I found. There's two episodes back to back where kind of the same thing is repetitively happening, but I feel like it's almost necessary in a way because once it picks back up, it really picks back up and it gets super exciting and really intense. And it's not a family show either. It's something that you kind of have to enjoy by yourself, maybe with one friend who's really comfortable with watching something like this at home, especially if it's on Netflix because it's uncensored on Netflix, not for kids. If there are any younger people out there who watch my videos, I can't recommend that you watch this because I mean, it's just not for younger people. I am almost 17. I know I don't sound like it. So, and I even felt a little uncomfortable at some parts. Like I'll give you one example. Spoiler alert. Mute it right now. I'll give you a warning. Spoiler alert right here. One of the things, but he ends up trying to pretty much rape his wife, which is kind of brutal. The scene, and a little hard to watch, but it is necessary. I'll say that I don't want to spoil anything else, but it is necessary for setting up his character a little bit more. But those are the really only flaws I found with it. Really, the only one was the bland episodes then in there. But I mean, other than that, this is almost a perfect show. I mean, this is honestly one of the better shows I've ever seen, and probably the best show I've seen in a while. It's a nice, refreshing, unique show that I think TV really needed. So for my rating, I'm gonna give it an 8.5 out of 10. Um, which I mean it's amazing. I'm sure if you guys watched number one, like my first review, you know, an 8 is amazing for me. So 8.5 is super good. Unfortunately, it did have those couple little flaws, so it kept it from being a 10. But still, an amazing show, worth watching. I would recommend that you start watching it like as you're watching this video. So that's it for the review, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe and like; those help me out. And comment down below what TV show you'd like me to review next week.